Hi students, welcome back to the Google Classroom of Class 7 Political Science Chapter 5 Women Change the World. How are you children? I hope all of you are safe and fine there at home.
In the last class, we have learned about some stereotypes. Which are they? Women are fit only for certain kinds of jobs like nurse, and they are not fit for technical jobs. Who championed the cause of women's education? Ramabai. And who wrote Sultana's Dream? Rukia Shekhawat. And Amar Jiban was the autobiography of Rashasundari Devi. Children, are you interested in hearing stories? Yes. Breaking Stereotypes. This is a story of Lakshmi Lakra. Engine drivers are men, but 27-year-old Lakshmi Lakra from a poor tribal family in Jharkhand has begun to change things. She is the first women engine driver for Northern Railways. Note down this one. She is the first women engine driver of Northern Railways. Lakshmi's parents are not literate, but they struggled and overcame many hardships to make sure their children got an education. Lakshmi studied in a government school. Even in school, Lakshmi helped with the housework and did odd jobs for supporting their parents. She studied hard and did well and then went on to get a diploma in electronics. She then took the railway board exam and passed it on her first attempt. So, dear children, set a goal for your life and work hard to achieve it. Difference in their education. India has a census every 10 years. Note down. India has a census every 10 years which counts the population of the country. This information is used to measure things like literacy, sex ratio, etc. The 2014 census even shows that Muslim girls are less likely than Dalit girls to complete primary school. Many reasons like non-availability of teachers and schools, lack of transport facilities, the cost of education, indifferent attitude of teachers and parents are responsible for negligence of education. So, children, India has a census every 10 years which counts the whole population of the country. It also gathers detailed information about the people living in India, their age, schooling, what work they do, and so on. We use this information to measure many things like the number of literate people, the ratio of men and women, etc. According to the 1961 census, about 40% of the all boys and men were literate. That is, they could at least write their names, compared to just 15% of all girls and women. In the most recent census of 2001, these figures have grown to 76% for boys and men and 54% for girls and women. This table shows the percentage of girls and boys who leave schools from different social groups. All boys, 34% of the boys leave from this primary level. That means classes from 1 to 5. Then elementary schools from 6 to 8, 52% of the boys leave. Then 61% of the boys leave from the schools during this age group or during this classes, secondary level, 9 to 10. Then SC boys, 37, 57 and 71. ST boys, 49, 69 and 78. Then all girls, 29 in this level, primary level. Then 69 in the elementary classes and 78 in the secondary level. Then SC girls 36, 62 and 76. Then ST girls 49, 71 and 81. Then total 31% of both boys and girls live from the primary level and 52 from the elementary level and 63 from the secondary level. That means 9 to 10 classes. Women's movement. Women have individually and collectively struggled to bring about changes. This is called women's movement. Once more, women have individually and collectively struggled to bring about changes. This is called women's movement. Different strategies have been used to spread awareness, fight discrimination, and seek justice. These movements are related to campaigning, raising awareness, protesting, and showing solidarity. So this struggle is known as the women's movement because these individual women and women's organizations from different parts of the country are a part of this movement. Many men support this women's movement as well. The diversity, passion, and efforts of those involved makes it a very vibrant movement. Campaigns to fight discrimination and violence against women are an important part of this women's movement.
In the 1980s, women's groups across the country spoke out against dowry deaths, cases of young brides being murdered by their in-laws or husbands, greedy for more dowry. Women's groups spoke out against the failure to bring these cases to justice. They did so by coming onto the streets, approaching the courts, and by sharing information. An important part of the women's movement's work is to raise public awareness on women's rights issues. Their message has been spread through street plays, songs, and public meetings. The women's movement raises its voice when violations against women take place or, for example, when a law or policy acts against their interest. Public rallies and demonstrations are a very powerful way of drawing attention to injustice. The women's movement is also about showing solidarity with other women and causes. So children, let us conclude today's session by recollecting the important points of this video. Women have individually and collectively struggled to bring about the changes. This is called women's movement. Different strategies have been used to spread awareness, fight discrimination, and seek justice. These movements are related to campaigning, raising awareness, protesting, and showing solidarity. So children, please note that the corresponding URL, notes of the lesson, and test paper are also attached along with this video. Make use of all these available resources, study well, and attempt the test paper without fail. Thank you.